Oh goodness. Whew. Sage out this energy, the energy of self pity and entitlement. And trust me, that was a hard one for me because I'm always talking about self entitled or people with a sense of entitlement. Like it irritates the fuck out of me how people just feel like they're entitled to anything and everything that they want without having to work for it. Well, I really just had to kick my pride in the fucking ass because even though my pride still kind of feels like I I did work for it. I definitely was sitting on the entitlement bus my damn self, and it was time for me to jump off that bitch. Oh, happy Independence Day! Hopefully, you have a great day. And hey, 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 and maybe just like America did over 200 years ago, somebody or maybe a lot of people will declare their independence from whatever it is that's holding them back. I'm doing free readings. Like, I just feel like a sense of gratitude and share the wealth. And please, anyone, if you don't know who Spiritual Savage is, please check out his channel. He really, he really just gave me like a spiritual hug, like, or a spiritual spanking too. By the way, I mean, no, I mean like in a good way. Like, well, that could be taken in so many different ways, but it was a good way, like in the not kinky way. But if it would have been kinky, it would still would have been good. Anyways, I digress. But no, he like it was like God used him just now. Even though I've watched his channel since like I pretty much since he started out, and I've always respected and knew he was like on some real shit. Well, God just really used him just now to really smack me metaphorically, and it was a spiritual spanking that I needed. I have joined half into the chat. Oh, I have joined half into the chat. Maybe it just started. Like, all right, I think I have enough decks out now. Might change my mind depending, but oh yeah, like that. I'm pretty bad about that. Not waiting for people to come in. I think it's like for the longest time, I was doing like uploaded videos, and yeah, the last couple of weeks I've been doing lives, but I kind of still in that same format of go right into it because there's nobody watching at the time I'm filming it. I really should start giving that little like 3 to 5 minute leeway for people to like actually start watching. Let the guilty pay. It's Independence Day. Found ourselves talking to ourselves all happens all the time. And I don't give a fuck. When you find the moment you find your own best company besides God, that's when true happiness begins. Free free readings, guys. Whatever, whoever, throw a question out there and I will answer it for free. It's my way of giving back for what God just did for me. And please go, if you're not already subscribed to Spiritual Savage, please go subscribe to his channel. He's amazing. Uh-oh. How are my children? Okay. You said you have 6? Because I could have swore, when we first talked about your kids, you only mentioned 3. But I feel like there's 3 that definitely are of significance at this moment, whether they need you or you need them. Okay. So let's start off with this. Alright, so urgent things are seldom important. Important things are seldom urgent. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge. Proverbs 13 and 16. So if you have a 13-year-old or a 16-year-old, I feel like that's the kid that needs you the most. Or if one of them is born on the 13th or the 16th of any given month. And well, I guess we don't really need that for you. I'm so used to using those. Okay. Green, black, purple, or blue? Come on, Ella. Purple. You're about to get some truth about something. Or you're about to give a truth. So that could be you going to give a truth to your kid, or your kid's going to give you a truth. And that, I really feel like that's the kid that we're talking about. Is the 16-year-old born in May or on the 5th of a month? All right, well, then one of them is stepping into their psychic gift. One of them has psychic abilities, and they are stepping into them. They're starting to. I think they might be freaking out a little bit because they think they're going crazy, but it's because their gift is starting to develop. And I think it's why they want to talk to you, because you as well have visions. And either you've shared this with this kid before, or they've experienced you either have a vision or they experienced you saying something and then they watched it happen like in real time. The same way that whatever it was that made you like realize that you weren't weird and that you were normal and that it was okay, like however you came to terms with your gift is exactly what you need to say to this, whichever one it is, the 14-year-old or the 16-year-old, because I feel like whatever it is that got you through is exactly what this kid needs. Either they really are resenting their gift, and it's because I think they've had a vision of someone passing. and they don't know how to tell anybody because they're afraid people are going to think they're crazy. And you're the only one that they feel comfortable talking to about it. But I feel like they've seen somebody pass. Or whatever they've seen, because they've already had a vision. And whatever it was, it's got them really depressed. But I really kind of feel like it's someone in your family or someone that they care about passing. Well, the ghost he's seeing now, which I don't think this was a ghost, I think this was a vision. I think he actually had a prophetic dream or prophetic vision. Well, the May, that's why I keep getting May. But I have 5 out here twice. So I May 5th or just May in general. Or it could be May 12th as well. Maybe that's the day he had the vision. Either May 5th or May 12th. Either way, that's not really important. But they had a prophetic vision of someone's passing. And it's tearing them apart. Why would that's the Matrix? That is sleeping fucking. Yeah, I got to stop right there. But yeah, that's definitely programming and trying to. That's sleep people trying to keep other people asleep. Because why would, out of all people, for him to talk to about it, you would be the one to talk to about it, even if you didn't have gifts. Yeah, your kid is really stressed. And I feel like either he has talked to someone else about it and that person's like talking behind his back and calling him crazy, or that he's afraid of that happening and that's why he wants to talk to you. Is the 16-year-old are any of them a Gemini? Because it's, or an air sign, I guess. But the air sign is either getting bullied at school or it's the one that had the vision that's afraid that people are going to talk about him because of the vision, or he already has talked to somebody about it and they did start talking shit behind their back, and now it's added even more stress to your 16-year-old. And I don't think your 5-year-old they did not see your best friend. They actually saw an angel. They saw one of the archangels. It might have been Michael, but it could have been Gabriel as well. Yeah. Or it could have been the angel of death. Someone is passing in your family, or someone very close to your family, and your son saw this, or the angel of death came to your son to prepare and warn him. And your son really is not handling it very well at all. Whoa. Definitely don't stress out about this because it was fated to happen this way. Because God is trying to get your son you like you weren't meant to be there, like at least not as of yet, because your son had to go through whatever he's going through in order for him to he had to experience something in this process, and that's why God allowed it to happen the way that it has. Um, I'm gonna say it's your partner's mother. Is she a Libra, a Aries, or a Pisces? Yeah, I think it's her. Something. Is she 82 years old? It's a feminine energy. Like well, that might be a masculine, but I have 8 cards out here. 4 out of the 8 have a person on them, and 3 out of the 4 are women. Something about 82. Maybe August 2nd. Maybe August 2nd is significant. Yeah, I feel like August. I feel like whoever your son had the vision of them passing, I feel like they're gonna pass in August because 82, and then I have 8 here. Um, yeah, I feel like early August, August 2nd, August 7th, August 5th, or August 9th are very significant dates. I have August 2nd. Wow, yeah, August 2nd. It's very significant because I just had 8 people watching and two likes. Please get the likes up, guys. Please, please, please. Anyone who has a question can ask a question. I'm doing them free today. Um, yes and no. Like I think they're afraid to speak on it at all, like to anyone. But if they were going to speak to anyone about it, you would be you're the one they want to speak to. Yeah, then maybe uh, it's definitely a feminine energy, and it's definitely August 2nd is significant. Maybe she, maybe it wasn't a future passing. Maybe it was the fact that she's already passed and came and spoke to him. Maybe that's what's freaking him out. Something about a theft, like Somebody feels like somebody stole something from them, or somebody did steal something from somebody. Whoa. Yeah, your kid really needs to talk to somebody. They're stressed. They're really, really, really stressed the fuck out. Does it have anything to do with a sunflower or a feather? Kathleen, I'll be right with you. I promise. Thank you for asking the question. Does she know? If it has anything to do with feathers, a sword, or um, a sunflower, then yes, she definitely does. And I'm just, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna give a yes on that with the High Priestess being the next card out. She's trying to comfort your son though, because she somehow, like, she knows that your son's coming into his gift, and since it she's his grandma, right, or nana, and she's passed over, she could serve both purposes. So as much as your son wants you, you may not be what he needs. So don't force anything. Go with the flow. Let him come to you. I know it kind of contradicts what I just said, considering, but yeah, let him come to you, because I feel like God knows what he's doing, and he's doing this on purpose. All right, so I'm going to answer Kathleen. What's happening to Kathleen faded? Kathleen is what? Yes, it's serving some kind of balance. It's something's being balanced out in your life, and yes, it's definitely being orchestrated by the other side. You could be a Sagittarius, or somebody involved is a Sagittarius. Somebody's blonde. There could be a pond or some kind of like creek or some kind of body of water that's somewhere close to you, or water's involved somehow. Or somebody's a water sign, but Tower. Somebody could be a Scorpio. There was an imbalance at some point, and someone refused to be vulnerable, and they kept something to themselves, and somebody took the brunt of a situation or took the blame for something that they didn't fucking do, and now it's being balanced out because the person that was refusing to take accountability or refusing to speak on their emotions, they are being forced to right the wrong. Like, they're being forced to own their shit and to talk about whatever it was that got unbalanced because of their refusal to fucking admit, either take accountability for their own actions or just uh, take come to terms with whatever had taken place. I feel like there's definitely someone who is highly intuitive that's involved. That could be a Libra. A younger Libra or an immature Libra. No, I mean, not technically black magic, but somebody was lying and manipulating shit to go in their favor. Somebody definitely is highly skilled in the art of manipulation. It could have been spell work, but I don't think so. They manipulated things to go in their favor because there was something they wanted, and they didn't care how it affected anyone else as long as they got what they wanted. Something to do with church or religion or religious beliefs. Somebody either said they believed something that they didn't believe, or somebody was claiming somebody said they believed something, or they believed in a certain religion or a certain ideology, and they were lying. Yeah, I think so. But somebody definitely agreed to something that they don't really agree with, but they did it in order for the situation to go in their favor or to be on the winning side of the argument or whatever the situation was. But which in turn caused either you to suffer a loss that you weren't supposed to suffer, or someone else. Yeah, it caused a betrayal to somebody, and it was something that was obviously it was meant to happen, but whoever suffered the betrayal, they weren't the ones that were supposed to suffer it. So yes, maybe there was black magic involved. Somebody could have possibly done like a destiny swap or a karma swap, because whoever this was that suffered the betrayal, they weren't the ones that were supposed to suffer it. And someone definitely, I feel like someone did pass, and the passing was definitely could have been it definitely could have been a backfire. Yeah, somebody was playing with something they shouldn't have been playing with, or they were saying one thing and doing another, like in public, professing not to do black magic or believe in black magic, but in private they really did like practice occult things, or vice versa. Somebody was claiming to be a Christian in public, but really they weren't. But it's something to do with spirituality, religion, and someone saying that they believed in one belief and behind closed doors they were definitely working spiritual practices that were the opposite of whatever they professed publicly. And somebody else either got very heavily backstabbed, or somebody actually either got really sick or somebody lost their life because of this idiot, this selfish person. You will soon have the truth, though. The truth you seek is coming. Could be something to do with one of your lovers or your spouse, or this person that was doing the spiritual manipulation or the spiritual uh, dabbling in the spiritual arts that they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were sexually tied to whoever it was that either got really sick or passed away. Or is that like you asking a question, or is that you giving me confirmation that I'm correct? In fact, somebody's passed away. Because if that's the case, if you're saying, okay, so whoever passed away, the person that was doing the mumbo jumbo like shit in secret, they were sexually involved with the person that passed away, and that truth is going to be becoming public very soon. Either this person's guilt is going to get the better of them and they're going to tell on themselves, or there's someone else that knows, that's either they thought it was better to keep their mouth shut and that's why they haven't spoken on it until now, or they didn't think that it was as important as it actually is. But either the person that's doing the mumbo jumbo is going to tell on themselves, or there is a third party who wasn't actually involved but knows what happened. They're going to come forth. Either way, the truth that you're seeking is you're definitely about to get it. And it's going to be life changing, either for you or the person that delivers it to you. But when this comes to light, when this truth is spoken, it's going to change probably both your lives forever. And I kind of feel like, is this good or bad? Well, it's definitely not bad, but it doesn't mean it's good either. Are you single? Okay, then this might be bad. Or they're okay, so somebody really did not want to be outed for what they were doing. So there was a lie told to try and cover their ass. And the lie that was told has to do with either you or your spouse cheating on the other one. But it's not true. It was a distraction. Or it was just like this person's way of getting everyone to look at you instead of them. And you probably didn't even know what was being said. You're about to know, though. That's really weird because your message is in my inbox. Yeah, this could be a Virgo or a Libra that's going to speak the truth. Or you're the one that's going to speak the truth. But it's definitely a feminine energy. And it doesn't have to be. But if somebody's already passed, I think it's their widow that's going to be speaking the truth. It's someone who's either divorced or widowed that's speaking this truth. And there is going to be an upside and a downside. Like, I feel like something's going to piss you off, but then there's going to be something that's going to be celebrated. So it's like it's a catch-22. A part of it's really gonna suck, and then a part of it's really gonna be cool. Aries are very, very jealous and very stubborn. I mean, they're a fixed sign. No, they're not. They're a cardinal sign. Just kidding. But they're they're the ram though. Anybody else have a question? Yeah, whatever this lie was about somebody like you or your person cheating on you, that was spun and created to cover up what was actually going on. Because what was actually going on is illegal. When this truth comes out, somebody's possibly going to jail, and then either that's what's going to make you happy, or by them going to jail, something else is going to come to light, or the domino effect, and you're going to either. I don't really see. Well, I mean, there's two pentacles here, but I don't really see money. But something's going to work out in your favor, that and it's going to make you really happy. And I feel like, amen. When you got God, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I mean, we all do to a certain extent, we shouldn't, but if we're being honest, we all do it. Um, Ella, your partner's cheating on you. No, I definitely don't. He just doesn't operate the way that we do, and he operates in his own time. And no matter how much we kick and scream, he's not going to change his will or his plan to accommodate us. It's like, when you have little kids and you're a parent, and the kid wants to kick and scream and yell and this, that, and the other, but you still say no to whatever it is the situation entails at that moment. You're like, go ahead, kick, scream, cry, yell. You're not getting the toy. You're not getting the girlfriend. You're not getting you're not getting the car. God's the same way. Come on, guys, help me out here. Get those likes up and throw some questions out there. I definitely have a gambler watching me right now. Somebody needs to stay out of the casino or whatever your choice gambling facility is. But somebody might just need to stay out of the street. Somebody might be like a alley craps player, like throw dice in the alley. They need to stay out of the alley. But somebody definitely gambles too much. Could be a Libra, somebody born in October, or somebody born in June. Somebody's a life path 9, or there's a Virgo that is the gambler. Somebody's 63 years old in the chat, Or somebody's born in 1963. Somebody's born in 1983 as well. Come on, if I said anything that resonates with you just now, ask a question. Don't be scared. You're here for a reason. And I said what I just said for a reason. Somebody's 40 years old and somebody's 24 years old. Or somebody's turning 40 this year. Somebody's born July 3rd, March 7th. Ouch. Who has braids? Somebody watching has braids. What's up, Sherry? It's been a long time, Miss Moderator. Oh, right on. Then you still have. There's still something you're wondering about. Then, if I was still picking up on you, is there anyone that's close to you that's born in 1986? I don't think so. Did we talk about that once? If we did, I apologize. When I told you I was going to, I sincerely meant it, and then it just kind of did. I got lost. Okay, so Kathleen, if you don't know anyone born in 1986, then someone in the chat is born in 1986 and whatever, or 1983 is out again. So, or someone's 38 years old. But this next card or a couple cards I pull is for whoever that's for. And definitely, I feel like this is the person that is gambling way too much. It literally might be your addiction might be so strong now that you just gambled away your rent money or your mortgage. Or you gambled away a soulmate because you didn't want to act right. You took a risk to go out and be a player and put somebody on a shelf, and the risk was not worth the BS that you caused yourself. Or at least that's what you're stressing out about. And either way, whether or not you miss the opportunity or not with this soulmate, what you do is shitty and you know it. And that's why you're dealing with so much guilt and anxiety, possibly even having nightmares over it. Somebody could be a life past 6, or whoever I'm talking to could be a life past 6. Yeah, somebody's heavily burdened by a choice they made. Oh, didn't know you were asking. Well, I was asking you about 1986, but like when I asked you if you had anything else like that you were concerned about or confused about, like you never answered me, so I just went into what I was intuitively getting. Somebody could be born June 10th or October 6th. But yeah, somebody is about to crumble, crash and burn because of all the burdens that they're carrying right now. And it's simply because they won't go talk to somebody and tell them the truth. Either whatever the truth is, there is a truth that either they know it like from like a third party standpoint, or they've done something or they were part of something, and until they get this off their chest, they're going to just continuously be stressed out and fucking miserable and possibly even like lose their mind. It's my real time for whoever that's what I was just saying, whoever that's for, you're basically fulfilling a self-fulfilling prophecy. This was an answered prayer. You prayed for this person or this connection or this whatever it is for whoever I'm speaking to. You prayed for it, God gave it to you, and now because you don't feel good enough or because you did something shitty, you're completely fucking yourself out of this connection. Because your lack of communication or your lack of accountability or your lack of self-worth is exactly what's causing this for you to lose this blessing. Because this was an answered prayer that was handed straight to you, and you either through telling yourself you're not good enough, you're making that manifest, or because you're refusing to take accountability, or you're refusing to you're whoever I'm speaking to, you're your own worst enemy. Someone could be born March 6th, March 10th, October 3rd, or June 3rd. Ella, oh, turn it back on, like, in order to get back. Alright, so Ella, I have answer prayers, wish fulfillment. So if you have been wanting and wishing that your father's alive, I think that he is. If he is a Virgo, a Gemini, a Libra, or a Pisces, I think that he is. That is what you asked, right? I know. I don't try to be like depressed or like negative or anything, but a part of my talents and my authentic self is the arts, the theatrical arts, and you know, life imitating art, art imitating life. It's kind of like how I thrive. I don't mean to be a downer, but there was artistic motivation behind it. Like not everything I post like is either because I got a message for someone or because I'm dealing with it myself. Now possibly it's something I have dealt with in the past, but it's like a theatrical imitation of something I've struggled through. I try not to be, but I definitely am. I am very tempted at times. Four of Wands. Oh, by the way, I said this a couple of times, and I feel like led to say it again. Oh, you didn't hear me. I said if he's a Pisces, a Libra, Gemini. Now we're going to put Aries out there, but Aries wasn't out there before. But so Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, or Aries, I think so. but I'm feeling led to say this again. I've never been married, not to a man or a woman. I've never been married. But when I pulled this, I really felt like the need, like I needed to say that. I don't have December out here at all. That doesn't mean anything, but I do have wish fulfillment and answered prayers though, and I feel like that's in itself is a yes. Joker. That's Aries again. I'm going to say yes. Yeah, I'm kind of like right there with you, Ella. Ricky, thank you so much for your info. It helps me a lot on things that are happening in my life. You're welcome. I mean, like again, I had someone help me out today. Spiritual Savage. Anyone watching, if you've never seen his videos, go look him up. Like he's really awesome. And if anyone watching is not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Like if you haven't liked, and please also do the same for Spiritual Savage. But he spoke to me in a way God used him to speak to me today. And even though I've watched him for almost since the inception of his channel, there was a special moment today that I really needed, and I'm very grateful for that. And my way of showing gratitude is by passing it on by doing free readings for you guys. So anyone watching can ask a question. It's all free today. My real dad is 100 hiding. Is he a criminal? I mean, the Joker would be the fool. Is he a thief or a liar? Because if so, then you're probably right. He probably is in hiding. But I think he's definitely alive. He's definitely in hiding, and I definitely think he's about to be discovered. Or something could have happened 2 days ago, July 2nd. Will this be uploaded to be able to? Yeah. I always keep them on just in case whatever I've said didn't resonate with someone that was watching at the time. Someone could watch it later and get the message. Someone's born October 4th. I got it on there, and I've got it down in the cards. Or something significant about October 4th. Somebody's Native American, or somebody is tied to someone's spirit animal is a bird, like any kind of bird, but their spirit animal flies. Feathers are really significant for someone. Someone's born in 1984. The police know where he would be. I don't like using his last name. No, but do you have a brother? I think your brother knows where he's at. And I don't know why. Maybe your dad asked him not to say anything, or maybe your brother's just a dick. I don't know. There's definitely some kind of trickster spirit, though. Somebody's a fool on some level. I just heard Tijuana. That may or may not resonate for anyone in the chat, but I literally heard it clear as day. Tijuana. Who's the Virgo that wants to go to the beach? Or who's the Virgo that's on the beach? Could be a beach in Tijuana. Definitely Virgo. Somebody's born September 6th, or someone's born in 1996 or 1999 or 1992. Hey, what's up, Steph? Handyman tips and jobs with Michael. How's it going? How's it going? Going. Yeshua Yamashita over you as well. Yeshua Yamashita is his name. Like, Jesus Christ is a title. Oh. Yeah, see, you know how there's power in Yeshua's name? Like the power in the name of Jesus is what we've always been told. Well, there's real power in his real name of Yeshua Yamashita, but we've been dumbed down so that we don't tap into the full power of our Lord and Savior. And we've been taught to congregate on the wrong day as well, so that we're not fully obedient and fully tapping into the power of God. But you go ahead and keep on believing those Christian traditions. It's like, if like someone named, like from Mexico, named Juan Hernandez came to America, would we translate his name into English? No. We would call him Juan Hernandez. I think that's why my history teacher didn't like me, because I would ask questions. I believe anyone should ask questions, because God gave us free will for a reason. And without educated knowledge, there's no way to truly fully use your free will. And God would never force you to do anything. Why do you think the world's in the state that it's in? Because true love, authentic, unconditional love, is a choice. Fear, Satan, Lucifer, the enemy, uses fear and control, i.e., the Catholic Church, to, scare people into a religion that is based, from its inception, has been a deception, because it's been fornicated together with Christ's teaching and paganism. I definitely think anyone could tell, actually. I think an Earth Angel can, a true, authentic Earth Angel, they can't hide it. Like Princess Diana would definitely be a very prime example of an Earth Angel. Like I try to keep close with my cousins. As weird as it sounds, my cousin Wendy seemed really dismissive. Is she upset with me? I asked. She said no. I kind of feel like she's telling the truth, but she's definitely upset about something. Is Wendy mad at Steph? She's heartbroken. I feel like if she's got a boyfriend or a husband, I feel like she just found out she's been cheated on. So it's definitely not you. But if that's not the case, then someone she was really attracted to is either in another relationship with someone else or they've told her that they're not attracted to her. But whatever it is, it's not you. Yeah, she definitely. We all could use prayers as long as they're true, authentic, like genuine prayers. Praying on somebody's downfall, like that's pretty much wasting your time and theirs. But yeah, we all could use a little love in our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess technically I don't pray for you by name, but I pray for everyone that watches my channel, all my subscribers. There's your first clue. Don't just assume something. Speak to this person. I appreciate you. And again, I don't actually do it by name, but you are in the collective prayer that I do for my channel. Anyone that subscribes or watches, I do a general prayer for everybody. But I feel like you're really screwing yourself like by just assuming that this person that you like is a player. I mean, they may be, but you should at least give them the chance to tell you that they are or that they're not interested. Um, I feel like I talk about it enough. I'm not gonna tell you what city. Well, actually, my location's on this video, so if you just look at the location, you know where I'm at. But I'm in Indiana. I told him he had a nice body and got nothing. Yeah, see, men and women, they 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 think differently when it comes to flirting or um, showing emotions. Like you might to a woman that would definitely be like, I'm hitting on you, like I find you attractive, like by just saying you have a nice body. To a guy, I'm like, thank you. I work out 3 times a week, but he's not really taking it as this woman wants me. Especially if he's like any like kind of a nerd or like I mean some people are just socially awkward. Like they're very intelligent like otherwise, but when it comes down to like speaking with other people or sharing um, their feelings towards another person, they're not very good at it. Yeah, then He probably still is then. Not really phone savvy. Well, I said where I was at. Did you not hear me? But yeah, it should be in the description of this video. But I'm in Indiana. I'm in Indiana. How close in age are you guys? He doesn't know because there's somebody else trying to get his attention too. But he does think about you. Right on. Yeah. He thinks about you, but there's also somebody else he thinks about. And it's because your lack of communication. You've allowed someone else to creep in. Maybe he just didn't think you were interested, and he was too shy to tell you that he was. I mean, most men like to chase, and most women like to be chased, but there's the oddballs here and there. But had you talked to him, like, even just on like a platonic level, there's energy doesn't lie, and just because he's shy doesn't mean he can't like read body language or read between the lines. Like some people, it will go over their head, but if you just be your authentic, genuine self, if the chemistry's there, if you guys vibe, like it cannot be ignored. Part of question, I think you were honing in on the other half. That's too much. Well, then maybe you should stop fucking around before you find out. Like, yeah, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. I don't know why I didn't think about that because you talked about your person before. Yeah, the fact that we're even having this conversation means that there's something missing in your current relationship. Kathleen, are you talking about um, like the lie being told about your spouse and not about you, or there's a Taurus that wasn't going to do something, but now either God has spiritually spanked them, and they know if they don't listen to God that they're really going to regret it. So something lit a fire underneath the Taurus's ass. They weren't going to do something, and now they are. Yeah, but not being happy does not constitute for a reason to start shopping around before you let someone go or cheating. I mean, window shopping is still kind of cheating because when you're window shopping or you're starting to look otherwhere, you know that either the relationship's over or that something needs to be fixed. And if you're window shopping, it means that you don't have any desire to fix whatever it is. I mean, maybe I'm not saying you personally, but in general, yeah, I definitely feel like it was a lie about you too. It's definitely a lie, whatever it is, and it's going to be exposed. Um, but so I wouldn't stress about it if I was you. People will know that whatever was said about you is not true. Now, for you, Ella, do you need to go do some prayer and meditation and maybe even journal a little? But there's a conversation that you need to have with somebody because I feel like you've already checked out of the relationship. And if you're trying to like find a replacement before you leave them, that means you got codependency issues. And you're not doing yourself or anyone that you would potentially be in a relationship with any favors. And until you, I mean, granted, not saying you should not be in a relationship, or well, I'm just saying you'd be in a healthier relationship if you dealt with the codependency issues before. Yeah, I really feel like the lie was said about you, but it's definitely a lie. And somehow, some way, very soon, the truth is going to come out. Either the person that told the lie is going to tell you themselves, or someone who believed the lie is going to come and tell you and apologize for believing the lie because they know better. This relationship is toxic, and I try. My partner looks through my books. That's why I'm not doing nothing. I think I'm going to sort that things. Looks through my books. Like your coloring books, like your date books, like what books? Are you a loan shark? No. It's just teasing, but yeah, that's definitely an invasion of privacy. And that definitely lets me know that this is not a one-sided communication problem. You guys both have either the fear of like having like conflict between the two of you. You're both fearing it, or you both have communication issues. So it's not one-sided. That might make it easier to like have the conversation because it's an issue that both you guys deal with. But that definitely needs to be discussed. Him overstepping his boundaries, but you wanting to check out is also something that needs to be discussed. And if he's really truly reading your journals, then he might. I'm assuming you wrote about it in your journal, so he might already know that you're wanting to check out. So the conversation actually might be a lot easier to have than what you're both thinking. I think I really be by myself for a while. He doesn't know about that. About time because it's 24-year relationship. 4 years of that was our age. Yeah, miserable cunts want miserable company. I've written this 3 times. You've written what 3 times? Yeah, anytime you're truly happy, just trust and believe that there's people that are supposed to be happy for you that are not. He drank so when he had too much. He's nasty. Again, Ella, I definitely feel like you are not who you say you are. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like I think you're I think your real name starts with a D, let's put it that way. Steph, what have you written three times? Oh no. Oh, I was a friend to an old player who is married to Satan's daughter. I feel he will return completely changed for the better. I don't care if I do or I don't care if I do or not. As a friend to an old player. West is married to Satan's daughter. I thought he would return completely changed for the better. I don't care if I do or not. Well, if it don't start with the D, it starts with the C. Yeah, but are you saying you don't care if he returns or not? Because if so, then you just solved your own question. I mean, if you really honestly are at peace with it as it is, then there's nothing to. You've already let it go. I mean, if you're truly at peace, but the fact that you're bringing it up, I don't think that you are. And trust and believe, I'm not being judgmental. I'm going through something similar. Is this a Scorpio or a Taurus? Is he a Scorpio or a Taurus? This is definitely a very deep connection because you've done this before. You guys have spent another life together. Let me put it this way to you. He wants to be what you need him to be, but he's not there yet. He does truly love you, but he's still childish. And he's still materialistic too. I don't get how you think of so. I've just really love is not enough because love takes. It takes work. If you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to put the effort in, communicate, just fucking communication would be a lot. Because love is 90%. Like if there's true, genuine love there, like that goes a long way. But you need communication. You need respect. You have to really respect each other and each other's feelings and just not communicating with somebody. That's a total complete lack of. It's complete disrespect. The fact that you would be with somebody, share sexual intimacy with someone, tell them you love them, and then just not talk to them. And then on top of that, want to blame them for whatever went wrong when you refused to even state that there was an issue. I'm saying you in general, not you personally. But yeah, this person, I think they've started to realize, or they've started to come to terms with the role they played, and they might be willing to take accountability for it. But the thing is, I think at the end of the day, as much as this person loves you and wants to be who you need them to be, or who anyone to have a healthy relationship, this person's going to say it because they want it to be true. But I think in the heat of the moment, this person would still make choices that would hurt you. And it's because they haven't fully. They're not a heartless son of a bitch, but they what they want still comes first. Even if that means what they want hurts you, they would still choose what they wanted. But they do love you as much as they're capable of it at the stage of healing that they're at. Yeah, this person, if they would really dive into like their shadow and really do the healing, this person's meant to be a healer. This person actually does have a genuine, a big heart, and this person really does care to help others. But there's a part of their inner child or childhood wounding that they're either just flat out refusing to face because it's too hard, or they just, every time they try, it's too much. And so they haven't actually fully healed that part of their childhood. And that's why when it comes down to certain things, they always choose themselves, or they run away when things get too hard because they don't want to, either they don't want you to see this part of the childhood trauma, which I feel like you probably do know what it is already, or they they don't want you to know about it. They don't want to have to like discuss it with you. And the fear of you like being able to see through them, or the fear of you already knowing like intuitively, scares the shit out of this person as well. And the fact that they're not ready to face themselves or face what happened to them. If you know about it, and you, even if you're not doing it on purpose, like this person feels pushed or feels like you're forcing them into facing or doing the shadow work, that, let's just, it's not you, it's them. I know it's like one of the biggest cop outs ever, but in this case it's actually legitimately true. It's sad too because this person really, I think the healed version of this person would be really awesome because they're not so bad unhealed. But as far as being a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that that part of the trauma that they're not wanting to heal makes them a shitty partner, romantic partner anyways. But for the most part, this person's not a bad person. They don't want to face the truth of what they went through. You'll know what to do, and you'll know if this person's made any kind of sort of any progress at all, because I mean the fact that if they have made any progress, they would definitely communicate with you, because there's something they do. They need to apologize to you. They definitely, they at least tell you that. It's okay if someone doesn't want to talk about. I feel the same way, but it's this person. Like they feel like, and it could also be that they don't feel like they're good enough to be with you because of whatever they went through. But I feel like that they they would tell themselves that with anyone that was worth being with. Anytime this person finds a partner that would actually be healthy and very loving and kind and beneficial to be in a relationship with, this person tells, I don't think I honestly think it's them, not you. Yes, are you a valuable partner? Are you a very, I mean, are you someone that would, you and this person can have a good life together? Yes, I do believe so. But this person's telling themselves they're not good enough for you, or they don't deserve you, or whatever, or that they just don't feel like stepping up to the plate and dealing with their bullshit. Like either way, this person knows you're good enough, you are good enough, but they don't think that they're good enough because of one reason or another. But if I feel like this person would be in the same dilemma if it was someone else who was of your stature, but not you. Like, so it's not personal. It's this person not having the self love or the self esteem to to go after what they deserve because they don't think they deserve it. And as long as you don't believe that you deserve something, you're not going to ever achieve it. This has to do with someone, possibly someone told this person they were not good enough in bed, or they didn't. There is an ex uh, lover or an ex partner that made your person feel like they weren't good enough in bed, and that your person has never healed that. That's something that's stuck with your person, and I feel like to this day, they don't feel like they're good enough in bed. Or this is something that your person said about you, and they don't want to have to face you and tell you that they said it. Because they so wanted the breakup or the situation to not be their fault, even though deep down they knew it was their fault. All right, well, then it's someone in their past, and they're afraid to go to the next level with you because they're afraid they're not going to be good enough because this other person told them that they're not. And for whatever reason, they believe the other person, and they still do. And this doesn't have to be like their most recent ex. It could have been the first person they were ever with. It's just somewhere along the way they were told they weren't good enough and that they didn't satisfy this person in one way, shape, or one form or another. And from the moment that that person said it to your person or the person that you're questioning or asking about, it's been just as true in their head as it was to the person that said it. Until they can let that go and realize that the person that said it to them was the one that was actually fucked up, they're going to have that insecurity. And I definitely believe there's no truth to it whatsoever. It's just whoever said it to them was a bitter bitch that also lacked the ability to take accountability for whatever was going on in their life. You're about to get some kind of message from this person, though. Either just an apology or an explanation or something. I would say anytime between now and September. This person I feel like would have already reached out to you, but they're afraid of you rejecting them. And it's not because of you, it's because they they know because the way that they handled you that if the shoe was on the other foot that they would reject you if you came crawling back. So they're afraid because that's what they would do, that's what you'll do too. Because this person knows they mishandled they know they what they did to you wasn't right or the way they've handled your guys' connection or situationship, whatever you consider it as, they know that they did not handle you properly, and they've told themselves, if this was the other way around, fuck that bitch. Like, I would not speak to her again. And since that's the way that they would handle it if they were you, they, in their mind, that's the way you're going to handle them. Who all likes fireworks? Happy July 4th, by the way, guys. Hit the like button, guys. Come on, help me out. Subscribe too. Somebody's a joker. This person's probably really funny. They probably have a really good sense of humor. Like I said, I mean, they're a decent human being. They just, they don't believe they deserve to be happy, or they don't believe they deserve to be loved. And until they can deal with that, they're never going to have the love that they deserve or have the relationship that they deserve. Yeah, I know. Like, this like kind of sucks because it's the first 4th of July in a very long time that I didn't have at least someone to watch the fireworks with. But I feel like I'm gonna go outside and watch something. I may not make it down to like where the major like fireworks show in my town is, but be outside to see something. Happy 4th, Ella. Sherry, Steph, Kathleen, all of you guys, happy 4th. And to the other 4 people who are not talking, happy 4th of July. To the other 4 people who are not liking or subscribing, happy 4th of July. You're welcome. Doing some in the driveway. I used to love doing that, but I always liked seeing the big ones that went off in the the big displays. But my favorite though, like the ones I could light myself, fountains. I love the little cone fountains. Either someone personally is going through a transformation, or something that transpired in 2022 is being transformed in real time. For somebody to be 22 years old, or life path 22, or there's a twin flame union or reunion that the connection is out of alignment, but it's about to be transformed and be put into alignment. Or someone's born February 2nd, or life path 4. Catalina could be significant to someone for some reason. Could be talking to a Taurus or about a Taurus because that's the bull, the Taurus symbol. Radio City Music Hall could be significant for some reason, or New York City in general. Tiffany lamps. Someone's name could be Tiffany, or somebody likes Tiffany lamps, Tiffany style lamps. Hopefully next year you'll be watching them with selling of. I hope so too. I really do. I got faith in that, but it's like right now as much as I really would like to have a loving, caring relationship, I want to get my shit together. Like my finances, my home. Like I mean, as hard as it's been to like swallow my pride, because I wanted to be like I had my shit together, and a group of people decided that I didn't deserve to have my shit together, and yeah, I went on this big old pity train for about a year and a half now. I think it's time to jump off and stop being entitled. Life doesn't owe anybody anything, and this was just something I was meant to learn and meant to go through. It's time to get the fuck over it. Build a bridge and get the fuck over it. At least I still have my life and I still have this channel, even if it's not where I thought it would be at this point. I know it's going to get to where I know what God promised me. Appreciate you very much so. I really do. I appreciate every last one of you guys. The fact that you even like would tune in, and well, the fact that you would even hit the subscribe button to be a subscriber, like that means a lot. Because you have no idea like how many views I've had versus how many subscribers I have. So like that means more than you know. It really does. And just the fact that you guys, I mean, we're helping each other. Like whether you see it that way or not, I see it that way. You guys help me as much as hopefully I'm helping you. But if you're watching my videos, then I feel like you're getting something out of them. It's funny too, like I don't think any other life lesson or chapter of my life has revolved around earth signs as this one has. And there's been a Taurus, or I'm a Capricorn, and a Taurus and a Virgo, like throughout this entire chapter, lesson, test, whatever you want to call it. But there's me and then a very significant Taurus and a very significant Virgo that have been involved the entire time. And more than one, but I'm just saying, like, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo have been very significant for like the last 3 years. Which is kind of funny considering we moved out of Capricorn and went into the age of Aquarius. Something from 2017 is coming back around as well. It could be a feminine energy. Or April 17th could be significant. But I'm getting the year 2017. Oh wow, that's awesome. Was she born in April by any chance? Wow. Yeah, well, definitely I reiterate again, be on the lookout for communication. Something between now and September. This person really does want to speak to you. They don't know how. You popped up one day and I watched something you said resonated with my situation. I mean, I'm glad. Like some of the things I say sometimes, like really just seems like why, like why? Like I mean, the things that I hear and it doesn't make sense to me, or at least it doesn't make sense by itself. But to other people, it does. So I mean, like that's how the gift works. I mean, like it's not for me; it's for whoever I'm speaking to. I mean, sometimes I guess it could be for me, but for the most part, I don't understand things, and I definitely pretty much forget readings after I give them, especially if I give it to you in person. You can pretty much best believe that I don't remember nothing after like you leave my house or my office or whatever. Now with the videos, I can go back and watch them too. So those are but unless I literally go back and watch them, I usually forget those two. 5 weeks early. That year wasn't a good October. Is that what you're saying? I feel like 2017 October was not good for me either. Am I right? That's 2017. Because I was dealing with the same person in 2017 and 2018. And I feel like it was October 2017 that sucked. But it might have been 2018. You can give the glory to God. Like, He gave me this personality and the wit to go with it. Although I don't know the signs and birthdays. What was happening? Sure. Was the same. Yeah, I mean, whatever you got out of it is what you were meant to get out of it. Like, sometimes the entire reading could like resonate for someone, and then other times it may just be the first 10 minutes or the last 10 minutes. Um, but the way I read, I feel like if you pick up on it in the beginning, I feel like that it stays. I feel like the whole reading's going to resonate. Doesn't necessarily have to, but I feel like me, the way I read pretty general. Like, and I mean, sorry, I get specific messages. So, and maybe that's why I don't have as much of a following, like as far as subscribers go, because my messages are more often than not geared towards like 1 to 10 people versus like some readers out there, which I mean, not trying to like compare myself or make anyone sound bad or anything, but some readers, their reads are a lot more. Um, Maybe they speak to more people at one time, um, but I get what I get, and I feel like it's important to say what I'm feeling led to say, and I'm not going to try and like water it down or generalize it to make it fit for more people. And just the same as I don't want people doing that to themselves. If it don't resonate, don't try and make it. If I put like something, basically the way if I'm going to watch a reading, if I haven't already, if like the reader's not speaking of something I know with my own physical eyes and ears, I've gone through, I'm not going to say, oh, that's my story. Now, like they for 10 minutes are talking about shit that I witnessed or personally experienced with my own presence being in the situation, and then after that 10 minutes, then the reader starts speaking about something that I questioned or wondered, like, is that what I mean? Is that what happened? Like, if I've already like come up with like 50 scenarios in my head, and then this reader like hones in on one of the scenarios I've already like thought about, to me, that's confirmation that that's what happened. Shower April, 9 years later now. I look back and see it was a lesson I had to learn. Though whatever that lesson was and the lesson you're going through now, there's something that either it's the same fucking lesson, like, and I'm talking to myself because I mean I feel like I'm going through kind of the same thing. It's either the same lesson and you didn't learn it the first time, or there is a very there's something significant about the two lessons that combine or that tie together for you. It may not tie together for anyone else, but for you, there's something about your unhealed trauma or your codependency that is very significant to the two stories. And that's why something's going to come back around, or you're going to have an epiphany, or a revelation because God wants you to get the correlation, but it literally it might not make sense to name one other person but you. But there is something definitely tied to both situations. Definitely. I mean, I feel like it depends on your whole chart, but with my placements, I definitely misunderstood a lot. Like I had very strong, headstrong placements. A Capricorn, Aries, Capricorn, Aquarius, with North Node in Cancer. So when I got it in my head that I'm right about something, good luck on convincing me that I'm not. Like I mean, I can admit that I'm wrong, or like I'm. It's not that I have a problem admitting that I'm wrong. I have a problem seeing that I'm wrong. Like you know what I mean. But once I realized, hey, I'm wrong, then there's no problem in like fixing it or like changing my perspective. But once I've evaluated like every scenario in my head that I feel like is possible, and I come up with whatever I feel is the most logical solution or answer, and I've typed in like that's my final answer. Good luck on getting me to change it, and that's even me speaking to myself in the mirror. I get misunderstood a lot, and I am looking into my own chart. Yeah, you definitely don't share your birth chart with a lot of people because people can definitely cause you a lot of mess if they know your birth chart, especially if they know how to read birth charts and you don't. But they can cause you a lot of delays and setbacks. I feel like I feel like there was someone like one of my elders or someone when I was a kid, one of the adults around me knew a lot of things about like astrology and numerology, but no one knew that they knew it. And I feel like they started messing with me like when I was really young. And I had no way to combat it because I don't think I knew what a birth chart was until about 10 years ago, if it was even that long ago. Yeah, I had no clue. Like, I thought I was a Capricorn. I didn't realize I had a whole chart full of pretty much. I think I have at least one placement of every sign. I think most people do. Like, but it's possible that you wouldn't. But because the charts are so intricate and there's so many placements, the odds are that you'll have at least one placement in every zodiac sign. I definitely have multiple in Capricorn and multiple in another sign as well. And then if I have any Pisces, it's only one, and I think I only have one Taurus. But I have a lot of. There's two signs that I have a shitload of. Like there's one sign I have like 7 placements in. I can never do that to nobody. I don't even look at my. I mean, you're not. I mean, you're only hurting yourself because the karma, especially if you know what you're doing and you still do it, the karma for that shit is. I mean, you did it to yourself, I guess. But I feel like anyone that knows how to do it knows the consequences of doing it. And if you so choose to deem that it's worth the consequences, well, then you know what's coming. Ouch. I love you guys, but it's been 2 hours and no one's asking any questions, and I kind of like really need to figure out what I'm gonna do because it's what 8 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure like the fireworks are gonna start like 10 o'clock. And if I was gonna walk, got like probably a good hour walk, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if I'm gonna find someone to hang out with, I need to like start making phone calls, or at least getting on Facebook. I love you guys. Happy 4th of July. I hope you have a great night, and I hope you get to see a really wonderful fireworks display. Talk to you guys soon.